Great day, attractive thinker. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru. This is where we support you with mental healing, mental strength, and mindset maintenance. I have a mental shift for you right now. I'm not sure what it is that you're going through or what you're experiencing right now or how you're feeling, but I want to encourage you. I want to shift your thinking because you always hear me say it's not what you're going through, it's how you're viewing it. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. When we talk about circumstances, experiences, situations that we go through and experience, the things that we call life, right? When we talk about those things, a lot of times they have a negative connotation on them. When you hear somebody say, I'm going through something, or I'm going through a situation, or I'm in a situation, or it's complicated, or I've just experienced a circumstance, or I'm experiencing something right now, the first thing that comes to our mind is that, it's challenging. It's not favorable. The person is not feeling well about it. They need my help. They need my prayers, or how can I, support them in this? Because when we hear those words, experiences, situations, and circumstances, there's a negative attachment to it. It affects our energy. We don't get a good feel and vibe about it, right? The mental shift is this. When you think about number one, who you have become, what you've learned, and how you've used your experiences from your encounters from those experiences, situations, and circumstances. Think about this for a moment. When you think about who you've become, what you've learned, and how you've used that situation in your life to better your life and the lives of others, pain has benefits. Do you think? Have you ever thought about it like that? Pain has benefits. I mean, who wants to experience pain? Who would volunteer and say, I'll be the first one to experience the pain? Put me on the front line. I'll go through it. Think about that. When we hear the word pain, I don't know anybody that would volunteer to experience pain, be it being stuck in the finger with a needle, or because I don't like needles. When you go to the hospital, they want to draw blood. I don't like needles, and I don't like pain. I don't want nothing hurting, right? So when you think about pain, I mean, think about how you hit your little baby toe on the corner of that table. That's excruciating pain, right? Think about the things we go through in life that has caused us pain. Traumatic events, defining moments, unfavorable circumstances, disappointments, frustrations. Think about that. And I always feel like this. If somebody asked me, I was being interviewed on a TV show in Washington, D.C. a couple years ago, and I was telling my story to the host, and she asked me, she said, Dr. Toni, what made you turn your story into this attractive thinker movement? And I turned to her and I said, I made up my mind that if it had to hurt that bad, it had to count. Think about that, attractive thinker. You might want to write that down in your attractive thinker notebook. If it had to hurt that bad, it had to count. It had to mean something. I had to pull the essence out of it. I had to figure out how I was going to use this in my life. Think about that. And see, that goes back to knowing who you are. When you know who you are, you know that everything matters. Everything has a purpose. Life is not out to get you. God is not out to get you. Nobody's trying to get you back. Nobody's, trying to kick you under the bus or hurt you or keep you down or keep you out of the game. When you understand who you are, you understand that life happens to all of us. Scripture says it rains on the just and the unjust, right? So with that said, how do we as an attractive thinker process what it is that we're going through so that we come out victoriously? So I wanted to share with you, what about the situations that we go through? If you could shift how you perceive pain and situations and circumstances and experiences, we could get through it better. We could get through it quicker. We could come through it with all of our parts and pieces in peace, whole, with joy, with excitement. What do you mean, Dr. Toni, with joy and excitement? Let me share something with you. When an athlete is training, right, they're training with the win in mind. They're not focusing on the pain. They're not allowing the pain to stop them. and the challenges and the intensity and all of the discomfort. They're focusing on the win. You know why I say that? Number one, it's true, but they're focusing on what they're getting from their pain. So in your attractive thinker notebook, I want you to write down, whatever situation you find yourself in right now, it doesn't even matter. Ask yourself, what can I pull from this? What can I get from this pain? Because pain has benefits. Pain has a purpose. Think about that. You know, I said to the host, I said, if I went through all of that and it didn't produce anything, I didn't learn any lessons, I didn't become a better person as a result, I didn't have anything to help anybody with, then everything I went through was just a sad story, period, the end. It was just a sad story. And I refused to make my life be a sad story. My pain and my experiences, my situations and my circumstances had to count, right? So pain has benefits. This is a mental shift. As an attractive thinker, that's what we do. We shift our perception of our circumstances so we can pull the essence from them. What is this trying to say to me? What is this trying to make me? Who should I become as a result of this? Why is this in my experience? What should I learn from it? How can I pull something, find something, search, dig, seek for something that I can use to help someone else? Because the pain is not going to last forever. It's going to pass. But sometimes, how many times you've listened to the stories of the backstories of an artist and you understand that song that went to #1 was a result of a painful experience that they were in when they wrote that song. There are some things that can only come out of pain. There are some beautiful, fantastic, and amazing things, solutions, cures, supports, creative ideas, creative things that we build and make and discover. Some of these amazing, rich things can only be birthed out of pain. Have you noticed how you feel when you're in pain? It's a different feeling than when you're not in pain. When you're in pain, there's a sense of urgency. When you're in pain, the distractions and the little trivial things that used to get you all worked up, they don't even matter anymore. So what are the benefits of pain? Pain brings clarity. Pain reduces your life to the moment. Now you're not distracted. Now you're not clueless. You know exactly what to focus on and what to work on and what to develop, right? So I wrote some things down that I want to make sure I share with you. Pain shapes you. You're becoming while you're in that pain. See, just experiencing the pain, if we focus only on the pain, we forget to look at ourselves. You're changing. By the time you come out of that pain, you are not the same person that you used to be. You're sharper, you're smarter, you're wiser, you're more alert. You're more creative. You're more focused. Think about that. Pain has benefits. It breaks you. Something that breaks, when something breaks, something leaks out. Think about that. If you drop a glass on the floor and it has liquid in it, the liquid leaks out. Pain breaks you so that your essence, your greatness can leak out. You know, I went to the movies with my son over the weekend, and you know how I watch movies, you know, it's an attractive thinker thing, right? And I'm seeing things and hearing things that most people are just missing and they're laughing at or whatever. But I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, and in the movie there was a particular segment whereas something was said that whereas if the person had not gone through what they went through, they would not have experienced their greatness. To paraphrase, I'm trying to paraphrase it. If you want to know how great you are, challenge yourself. If you want to know what you're made of, put yourself in a situation where you're against a rock and a hard place, where your back is against the wall. Can you see what pain does? So is it really pain or is it preparation? We call it pain. Can we now call it preparation? I'm being prepared. Somebody say, how you doing? Say, I'm being prepared. Ooh, that is so empowering. I feel that energy right now. The next time somebody asks you how you're doing, if you're going through something, don't say, well, I'm going through something, or I'm in a situation, or I'm in a circumstance. Say, I'm being prepared for my greatness. That's a mental shift. It shifts your energy. You begin to, it's a different posture. You walk different, you talk different, you believe different, you handle the situation differently. So write that down in your attractive thinker notebook, and you have to rehearse that. So the next time you encounter someone, they say, how are you doing? Even if you're going through something, say, I am being prepared for my greatness. Post that in the comments section below. I am being prepared for my greatness. That is amazing. That is fantastic and amazing, because pain has benefits. Some of the other benefits is it shifts your focus. Whereas you used to be focused on all and overwhelmed on everybody else's problems, trying to help everybody else, focusing on everything else that's going on in everybody else's world instead of your world. Now your focus is shifted to the things that matter the most, the things that really count. Pain shifted your focus. So pain has benefits. It has a purpose. It clarifies your next move. It gives you your purpose. Pain reveals your purpose. Think about the direction you went in as a result of that pain. You were going in one direction, minding your own business, and slam, a defining moment. Out of the blue, blindsided you, a defining moment. And then you started going in another direction. Pain clarifies your focus. It clarifies your purpose. It sets you on a new path. It's a defining moment. It changes who you are. Think about that, attractive thinker, okay? So pain grows you up. Think about that. You've been procrastinating. You may have been procrastinating on some things, or dragging your feet concerning some things, or hemming and hawing and not sure. Pain grows you up really, really fast. Why? Because it's preparing you for your greatness. It's training. Pain is training. When you get that, attractive thinker, and you will begin to respond that way, and you will expedite your process, and you will come out greater and more valuable to yourself and others when you shift your perception concerning what you're going through. So you will begin to live life in the moment. You're not putting your dreams off to a future that never shows up. Now that you've reduced, because I've had to reduce my life to a moment so many times in my life when I was going through things. I had to just, you just start cutting things off. This doesn't matter. Nope, can't do that. That gets pushed to the back burner. I can't take care of that right now. And now you reduce your life to the moment. What do I need to do? Who do I need to be? What do I need to have in this moment right now to move me to the next moment? Sometimes life will throw things at you and it'll reduce your life to just a moment. Let me just see what I need to do for the next moment. You can't even think about tomorrow. You can't think about next week or next year. You can't even project into the future, because right now all your focus is on is what's going on in the moment, right? So pain has benefits. It gives you a voice. I remember when my kids were little, and I used to say, you need to clean up this room. You need to get these toys about this floor, and, so I can walk around in here so you can sweep and vacuum or whatever. And they said, I'm going to get it, Mom. I'm going to get it. And I leave the room. I come back maybe 30 minutes, an hour later, and the stuff is still in the floor. And I say, I go in there talking about other things. Here's your pile of clothes you need to fold up and put away, or can I help you with your homework, or what are you doing, or something like that. And then I'm on my way walking out the door, and I say, you remember I said you need to get this stuff up off of this floor. So the next time I come in the room, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes later, and I stepped on a jack. Remember the jacks and balls? I stepped on a jack. All of a sudden, I went from 0 to 100. Didn't I tell you to get this stuff about this floor? How many times I got to tell you? If you had got this stuff about the floor, I wouldn't have stepped on that jack. Pain gives you a voice. Pain will cause you to respond to the things that you've been putting off. Are you listening, attractive thinker? Pain, think about it. What have you said in a moment of pain that you have not said, that you have suppressed and didn't have the courage to say when you weren't in pain? Pain will push the truth out of you. Pain has a purpose and it has benefits. I hope you're getting this, attractive thinker. Post in the comment section below, I'm being prepared for my greatness. That's the mental shift. That's the way we want to perceive our pain, our experiences, our situations and circumstances right now. I am being prepared for my greatness. Okay. So we talked about pain. We talked about shifting it. We're not going to call it pain. We're not going to call it I'm going through something. We're not going to call it a situation or circumstance. We're going to call it I'm being prepared for my greatness. Pain has benefits. So while you're going through something, take notes. Pain produces lessons, lessons learned, the lessons that you're going to use to enhance your life, and the lessons that you're going to use to share with others and help them transform their lives. So you got to collect your lessons along the way. Don't let your lessons hit the ground, and then when you come out of your pain, you be like, what was that I learned again? Or what was that came to me when I was at my lowest? It's gone. The essence of it, you might try to be able to capture some things. That's why I share with attractive thinkers, when powerful defining quotes and sayings and clarities and awakenings and awarenesses come to you, you got to capture that. Because if you don't capture it, it just goes away. And I've done it so many times. Powerful, soul wrenching, heart stirring truths come to me, and I've been in the kitchen. I have paper and pen all over the house now. I've learned my lessons. I had to stop cooking and run upstairs and write it down. So that's why I have pen and paper in every room now. But early on, before I knew what was happening, when these powerful truths would be revealed to me, I wouldn't write them down because I was busy helping the kids with something, cooking and cleaning, or doing the laundry or something, doing something, right? And I didn't write it down when it came. I waited until I got back to the office, and I would write it down, or wait till I got a piece of paper. And guess what? I was writing it down in bits and pieces. I was writing it down from my perspective of what I thought I heard. And when you do that, you're watering down the effect. Words are powerful, and the position of words is what makes the impact. So if I paraphrase it, it's losing its impact. I'm not writing it down as it came. It came in a specific way for a reason. And we have to, as attractive thinkers, capture that inspiration, that revelation, so that we can continue. Every time we read it, we get the same impact over and over and over and over. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru, where we support you with mental healing, mental strength, and mindset maintenance. My life's work, that's always to make your life better. Remember, it is not what you're going through. It's how you're viewing it. Think attractively. I'll see you soon.